everyone, I'm Azra Lilam and this is STIKES News. We bring you our latest updates throughout the week. In today's edition, on May 20, 2025, our top headline today: Belfast's installment of Irish language signage at Grand Central Station. During the Northern Ireland Assembly on Monday, March 24, 2025, Infrastructure Minister Liz Kimmins announced her decision to approve €150,000 for the Irish language signage at Belfast's Grand Central Station. The station is said to be the largest transport hub in Ireland, with services including trains between Belfast and Dublin. Ever since the new public transport hub opened last September, the Irish language campaigners had expressed disappointment and criticized the lack of Irish language signs. Therefore, Kimmins was committed to the visibility and promotion of the Irish language and said it was important that the station was reflective of all citizens. She also added that the bilingual displays would include passenger information, wayfinding signage, safety notices, customer service signs, and signage on ticket vending machines. Furthermore, a traditional unionist voice, Timothy Gaston, criticized Kimmins for abusing her position to fire cultural bullets in the loyalist heartland of Belfast. However, another critique came from the Democratic Unionist Party member of the Legislative Assembly, or the DUP MLA, Deborah Erskine, stated that the minister is too focused on Irish language signs for a bus station, while many people across Northern are dodging potholes on crumbling roads or watching streetlights being ripped out in rural areas. In response, Kimmins mentioned that the Irish language is for everyone, and it is a positive development to demonstrate the support for the Irish language as a language used by citizens across the North. For much detailed information, we turn now to our reporter Nisa, who is currently live at the Grand Central Station at Belfast, following the story. Okay, Nisa, what can you tell us about the public reaction so far?
Thank you, Azra, from the studio. I'm Hairun Nisa reporting live from Belfast Grand Central Station, Belfast Cross area, Northern Ireland. Usually, this station is filled with only passengers, but today, the station is quite crowded because of the construction of the facilities. As you can see behind me, Azra, the doors to passengers and bus services under one roof in the Belfast Cross district is officially open today. However, the controversy over Belfast Station, which is Irish language signage, has become flashpoint for broader debates about identity, equality, and governance in Northern Ireland, with legal, political, and community dimension all still unfolding. Azra and viewers, now we will hear from one of the citizens from Northern Ireland, Miss Adelia, about the broader impact of Irish language signage, whether it's seen as a step forward for inclusivity or a source of political controversy within the community. Good afternoon, Miss Adelia.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for taking your time to speak with us. So, Miss Adelia, as a citizen who are using these facilities, what was your first impression when you saw the sign in both English and Irish?
So at first I felt like the price, because Irish language signs weren't really needed here, because most of people here speak English, and adding another language might just confuse visitors or people who don't understand Irish. So I think public sign should be clear and more easy for everyone.
So it can be tricky trying to balance clarity with inclusivity, right? So do you think having Irish language sign in public spaces like this will bring people closer together, or do you worry it might be create more disagreement, Miss Adelia?
So from my perspective, it could actually cause more disagreements, because language in Northern Ireland is it's a sensitive topic. While the idea might be to include everyone, sometimes the sign can feel political or push people apart. So I believe that we should focus on things that truly unite us. For example, like improving the transportations and other facilities, not fighting over signs.
Yeah, so it's really tough issues.
Yeah.
And have you noticed that any changes or reaction from people around you since this debating?
So I've heard some of them talking about this, but yeah, some people are happy and about designs, but others feel upset or even just ignore it, just like it is what it is, and it's made some conversation more tense. But I think this debate show how divided opinions still exist, and instead of helping, it sometimes feels like it's making things worse.
So it sounds like it's really dividing opinions by
Yeah.
people. So Ms. Adelia, you mentioned that some people are debating. Are they your co-workers or is just a quick listen by people?
Some of them are my coworkers, my fathers, but I also heard from people passing by.
All right, thank you, Ms. Adelia, for the
Thank you so much.
information. All right, Azra and viewers. Actually, this is the first time bilingual Irish language signage has been officially introduced at a major transport hub in Belfast are using Irish language in public spaces. That's all the information that I can report to you, Azra. We will monitor how these facilities evolve and how they impact the community in the coming weeks. I'm Hairun Nisa, back in the studio.
Thank you, Nisa, for that detailed report. The ongoing debate over Irish language signage at Belfast's Grand Central Station not only reveals political disagreement from party members. Several citizens have responded positively to the issue, seeing it as a step towards inclusivity and cultural recognition, while others view it as a distraction from more urgent infrastructure issues. As the implementation remains underway, these varied perspectives are likely to influence future decisions. That's all for now. Stay with us here on STIKES News for more updates and other breaking news. For further information, you can check our website at www.stikesnews.com. I'm Azra Lilam. Thank you for joining us and have a great day.